So here we are. Welcome to Grumman Lord Live episode 6. We're going to talk about Backrooms and this box of movies. So, all right. It's a little warm today. As I can see, my stream has not updated on my computer. Good, not good, great. There we go. It's very delayed. I'm going to turn that down. But anyhow, yeah, we're going to talk about Backrooms, which is a movie, not the web series, because I have not seen the web series. Ow. We're going to talk about the movie. Sorry. I had to go ahead and get the computer charger ready. But yeah, I just watched it yesterday. So normally when we do these lives, I do, 4 movies? And then, sorry, I'm a little shiny and sweaty today. It's very warm. I had the air conditioner in, but I didn't turn it on yet. Because it's only like 70-some degrees outside. It's just, leftover heat. But anyway, normally I do 4 movie reviews in these lives, but this time we're only doing the one, and then we're going to talk about all these movies that have been sitting on. Some of these have been sitting on for months. And when I say months, I mean some of these I've had since 2025, and I never made little reveals for them. So there they are. But yeah, but if you're new here, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, because we are trying to hit the old 500 subscribers. And I'm sorry for that noise you just heard. That is an industrial HVAC that I cannot control. It does not support my home. Look at that sweat. Look at that sweat. This angle isn't the most flat. I mean, it's more flattering for chins. It's not as flattering for, like, muscles. But, or lack thereof. Anyway, so I don't really know much about Backrooms. Right? I never watched a web series. It's not something that I really researched before seeing the movie. I know generally what it is, like the concept of the Backrooms. So, hello from Turkey. Bonjour. You don't speak French in Turkey, but hi. We're talking about Backrooms, the movie. So I went into this basically blind, aside from my general understanding of what the Backrooms are, which would just be, it's a place that's in the back. This idea of an alternate location, maybe even dimension. That's really it. Hello, it's me. God, my stream is so far behind on my watching it. Super far behind. But I will say, I am very happy that movies like this are making some headway, Hello, Muse. Because I'm really loving these smaller films that are just kind of taking the theaters by storm. And the thing about these smaller films, hi friends, is that they're made with effort, right? They don't rely on CGI, which I do like CGI. Musa. What I say, Muse? I did say Muse, didn't I? My mistake. Like a CGI heavy film. I mean, I understand these are both horror movies, but like Backrooms had practical sets. You could have had characters walking around in front of a green screen sometimes or something, but it had practical sets. And I think that effort that went into this really shows. I mean, You got Obsession as well, right? Obsession, which I know is just a horror movie, and more of a straightforward horror movie. There's not a lot of crazy locations in that one. But again, they use lighting, they use shadows, they use techniques that filmmakers have always used, but they're using them on this smaller budget more efficiently. And I feel like a lot of movies these days are kind of missing that. So I'm really excited for this like renaissance that these smaller films are having. I really do like that. What do I know about Turkey? Well, I believe it's a country. That I know. Yeah, and it's like I don't mind green screens. Obviously, I'm not using one right now, but I do use one for my reviews and everything. It's it's the over reliance when you don't have any practical effects or things for the characters to stand on. Like if they're even standing on a big green box, and that green box becomes a rock. Yeah, I'm aware of where Turkey is. I don't know a lot of facts about the country. Istanbul. So it just feels like they grew up watching movies because all these YouTubers are younger than me, so they grew up watching these movies. Except for Chris Stuckman, I think he might be my age or older. I'm not sure how old Chris Stuckman is. Anyway, so they grew up with these practical effects, so that's the kind of stuff that they're creating. So I'm sure that obviously in Backrooms they use Blender, which is a computer program. Football, I don't watch football, any kind of football. So they I feel like they appreciate it more because they grew up on that stuff. And like the physical sets is really a big deal. That's really, especially for a movie like um, Backrooms. Exactly. They haven't been jaded yet. Look at Kevin. Oh, I don't know why I said Kevin. Martin Scorsese endorsing AI usage for storyboarding. Look how far we're going now. Legendary film director Martin Scorsese. What's my favorite World Cup? I don't watch football or soccer. I don't watch those. I don't watch sports because they're boring. I'm just kidding. They're not boring. They're just not for me. Um, I'm wearing a shirt. See? I like WWE. I used to like WWE back in the 90s. I don't watch that jazz now. but but yeah. So Backrooms. If you've seen it, let's talk about it. I feel really bad that I can't. I didn't look up how to say the main guy's name. Clark. Is Backrooms scary? Didn't you see Backrooms? Chiwetel, Chiwetel, Ejiofor. I know Kurdish people. I know they exist, and I know about them. He plays Clark, the main character. He owns a furniture store. Here, where's the summary? After a therapist patient disappears into a dimension beyond reality, she must venture into the unknown to save him. That's a really not great explanation of the film. It's really odd. Well, hi, I am not Kurdish. Oh, if I thought it was scary, I thought it was pretty tense. Um, I did jump once, but I was very uneasy while watching it because I wasn't really sure what to expect because I don't know much about the back rooms. I didn't know like how many monsters there were or like if it is monsters. Like, I don't know what I was looking for. So I will say the two main leads were good. Mary, who's his therapist, she's played by Renata Rensv. She was in Sentimental Value, the Oscar-nominated film from last year. So I immediately recognized her, which is why she had a slight accent there, because she's Swedish or Norwegian or whatever. Yeah, I like them. Also, hi, Better. Sorry, I didn't say hi to you. My bad. And I thought they did really well. Slowly speak. I do not understand. I'm not a very slow speaker. I'm a very fast speaker. Except for on Fridays when I'm streaming on Twitch. Then I'm very slow. That is for sure. I really enjoyed, though, the visuals of this. I love that fact that it's physical sets. I think that really adds a bunch to it. I feel like I would want to explore it, but I'd be probably petrified to explore it. Because my mind is already a little bonkers. So I think that my mind in the back rooms would be a big old mess. I'm not sure I would like to experience that. But let's see. I don't recognize these other people. So the big baddie. I won't tell you what it is. But it's the same actor, I think, who played the alien in Alien Romulus. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, it is. He's huge. He's 7'7". Oh, hi. Thank you, baby. Oh yeah, for sure they wanted his height. And then when he was walking, I was like, I bet you that's the same guy. I bet you that's the same guy because he moved kind of similarly. Watch out for the sirens. The movie was not that bad. There's so many people in this list, but it's like I didn't recognize any of these people. There are things in the movie I didn't quite understand, and I think that I don't know if that's because it's part of the lore of the series that I don't watch, or if it's just something that they made up for the movie. Exactly. Open the door. Like when they were sitting down to eat in the back rooms. Is that something that's from the web series? Because I thought it was really, really odd the things that they were about to eat. I'm not going to say what it was because, again, I don't want to spoil it, but it felt really odd. And it didn't look edible to me. When she told him off. Yeah. She's great. She's a great actress. She was phenomenal in Sentimental Value. I mean, that whole movie was really well acted. So she was great in that. Prince, I was trying not to spoil what was going on. But yeah, like it didn't even look edible to me. So I was like, what does he mean that that's what they eat here? You could eat them too, which is like, I'm sorry, sir. My first thought wasn't, I wonder if I could eat that person. Like, that's not my first thought when I saw this person. Yeah, you can eat him too. He was so excited to say it. I feel like he lost his mind very quickly. I don't know if that just happens automatically, but I feel like although to be honest, he was in the back rooms a whole bunch when he was exploring it. So, what's my job? This is my job. And he, like I said, he's been probably slowly losing it because he's been exploring the back rooms for. I feel like she says the time frame, but remember, there's a bunch of mail under the door when she goes. That could be one day's worth of mail, to be honest. But I feel like it had to be at least like a week. Striptease, not on YouTube. It actually does kind of look like a back room, doesn't it? It's just dull, beige-ish vanilla color. I so I left the movie feeling good about it. Like I didn't feel negative about it, which is good. But there's something about it I kind of wish I knew more about. And again, I don't know if it's because I didn't watch the web series. Like if the web series actually has like a deeper lore to it. Um, like there's the company that's involved in the movie. Like we don't do anything with them. Like he finds that item his first time in there. You know, he finds the item his first time in the back rooms, but he doesn't even show it to like people really. He doesn't like look it up to see. I mean, I understand it's like the '90s. I think the movie takes place, right? But it's like you can do a little research, man. You can use a phone book. The ending. So the ending, I generally didn't mind, but I did think that it would probably be lackluster for a lot of people because it's kind of abrupt and it kind of feels like if you were playing a video game and you failed. That's what it feels like. It feels like you're just playing and you're like, all right, I got to get out now. And game over, credits roll. That's what it felt like. And thematically, I didn't mind it because I feel like it worked in the realm of the movie because, you know, she's not there wasn't going to be a happy ending. I didn't think for a second that anybody who went in the back rooms was going to, you know, have a normal life after the back rooms. I didn't think that was ever going to happen. So the reveal, I can see why people think it's silly. I did think that he looked a little odd. I think he would be very scary if that was the reveal of something coming at me. I would be petrified. Um, I think it works to scare her because this is somebody that she knows, right? So like she's being chased by a version of a person that she knows for a long time. I think that would be like psychologically scary to her. So I didn't mind it in that way. Because I mean, imagine you were in the back rooms, right? Whatever's chasing you would probably manifest as something you know, like a family member, a friend, your favorite streamer, you know, and it would chase you. So I feel like in that sense, it's scary because that's what's scary to her. But I do agree it probably came off a bit comical when it comes around the corner because there's like a lot of build up for it, right? There's a lot of build up for this reveal of whatever this is. Yeah, you can eat it too. And then when they finally showed it, I get it. I can get behind the idea that it was silly. I could feel that. I kind of it's weird, but I do feel like they explored it a lot. I'm kind of disappointed we didn't get more from his employees. You know, the girl and her boyfriend. I kind of wish we had more time with them before they stopped being part of the movie. Because I feel like it would have been a bit more exciting to have more people in the back rooms together. I thought it would be kind of more, it would be more suspenseful. Yeah, it would definitely be more tense. Especially after the first person was, you know, taken out. I think you could have had the next person remain a bit longer. So, I don't know. Like I didn't dislike it. I thought I was entertained. I had a good time. Um, there were three young folks in front of me and two folks behind me. Everybody seemed to, I guess, like it. I didn't hear anybody complain. I don't think they liked the ending. I haven't given it a score yet. I haven't really thought of a score. I mean, honestly, probably between a 6.5 and maybe a 7. I genuinely liked it. It was a bit slow in the beginning. I feel like people would probably check out after the first like 15, 20 minutes because it's just a lot of talking and a lot of setup before he even gets to the back rooms. Um, but I did enjoy the exploration of the back rooms, the variety of things. I'm not a big found footage film or found footage fan, sorry, as you know. So the whole video camera aspect was like, I've realized it's not found footage, except for the beginning, but it's just like, it's not my favorite, but I understand why it works in this movie. And I'm glad the whole movie wasn't in video camcorder stuff. Read your text. Read my text. I read it. Yeah, they use the camera in the beginning with the person we don't ever see, and then they use the camera when they all went in. So, you think it's too high? Really? I don't know. Maybe I just have like a soft spot because I know it's another YouTuber, and I know that's like a passion project. Maybe that's on me. Movie is a 6. We get it, Prince. There was no nudity. We got it. You had a shirtless dude. It was a shirtless dude with muscles. It should have been enough for you. I'm curious if they're going to make another one. You know? Who was shirtless? The boyfriend. The boyfriend with the camera. When Clark goes to get them to join him in the back rooms, he goes and gets them, and they opens the door of their apartment. The boyfriend is completely shirtless. How do you not remember this? Was he not mediocre white boy looking enough for you? Whew. Good grief. They made a lot of movie of it. Well, I know there's like a bunch of episodes of, like of the series, but I mean, because they could do really anything. You could have people in a different part of the world discovering it. You could do something where you continue this location. I mean, because obviously the it's endless, so you could enter it from anywhere. More creatures. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I don't know about the lore. So, are there more creatures? I feel like there's a lot of other stuff that they didn't want to like inject into the film. I feel like if they went too deep with stuff, it would probably feel like too much and probably kind of random. What is my life city? You mean like where do I live? I live in America. That is where I live. Exactly. It's infinite. So I feel like they could really do really anything. And I think that'd be really great. And I think Mary could still be kicking, right? Because at the end they show the iteration of Mary, right? But that doesn't mean that's Mary. That could just be an iteration of her. So she can still be there, which would be great because she's a fantastic actress. And then maybe we can get a bit more explanation about this company. Because I did feel like it was a bit of a letdown, the company reveal. And I mean, not that a company's going to tell you, this is what we do here, like they do in other movies. So I think that's okay. They kept the mystery, but I would have liked a bit more background, or at least a bit more of her in the facility or something. I don't know. The dream sequences are interesting. Like Mark Duplass or Duplass, I don't know how you say his name. He was in a TV show, The League, which I enjoyed that show. Stupid, but it was funny. He just felt like kind of like random. He's like, oh hey, I'm gonna talk to you now for about 3 minutes. And then the movie's gonna end. It's like, okay, that's good. But yeah, Backrooms. Maybe I'll settle on a 6.5. Okay. I think T1BG only gave it like 2 stars. I mean, his wife was a redhead. I guess I would have to rewatch it and see the pictures of his wife that they show and see if she's similar to that character. Because she is a redhead, I do remember that. I didn't get that. I didn't that thought never crossed my mind. I never for once thought, "Oh my god, that's his wife." I never thought that at all because I felt like she was already in there, right? I felt like they showed her earlier in the movie. Remember, like when he was exploring or something, they definitely showed. I think all 3 of them prior to that. So to me, it didn't. It felt like they were somebody else who was trapped in there. Yeah, in the Christmas room. Thank you. So it didn't. I didn't think that. We'll wait to see what Kane Parsons says. Because then, like, who's the heavyset guy? You know, who's he? Like, I don't know. The girl looked really familiar, but I don't recognize her from anything. The girl employee. Well, Prince, you're not the film reviewer. I'm just. No, I definitely think it was creepy, and I could definitely see how the ending would be disappointing. I would have liked a bit more, maybe even like a stinger at the end of the movie. You know, maybe a little bit like maybe some radio chatter or maybe another found footage thing. Something at the end to kind of like punch it up a bit. Like maybe after the beginning of the credits, then they show them going back in and finding what's his face's body or learning about what it means to eat people kind of stuff. I did have a thought because I don't know anything about the lore of the back rooms. But like if you were to go in there and like spray paint or leave a string behind you, would it stay there or would it like change because the back rooms change? Because the rooms that he start in stay the same, right? That path stays the same. So if you were to like spray paint arrows that lead back to the door, so if any point you're running, you could find the arrows and follow them. Yeah, that's true. They did leave stuff in there because he found the bag. And I will say that when the therapist is in there and she gets to the room where the camera is and it's broken, that's the same room he was in when he found that crawl space where he found the bag. But when she's in the room, that crawl space is not visible. Even though she's standing there in the doorway looking up at the camera, the crawl space should be over here to her left. And I'm pretty sure it should have been open. Exactly, yeah, the cameras. That's what I mean. Like, that thing that he crawled through in the beginning should have been there. And I didn't see it. So I don't know, maybe it was a little bit further up and it wasn't in the shot, or maybe it was a continuity error. But I do feel like you should have been able to see it. I don't think there's any goofs or anything here on IMDb right now. Hi, quit prompting me to rate stuff. Thanks. At 19 years old, became the youngest director from A24. They built 30,000 square feet of backrooms. 30,000 square feet. That's freaking awesome. That's so cool. They should like make it an experience that you can go into. Like, hey, here's a warehouse. Enjoy the back rooms. I'm trying to look to see a thing. Audio greetings in 55 languages. That I got. $19.90, 1 month after the YouTube video static did end. Grossed 81 million domestic in its opening weekend, more than any A24. 81 million in an open weekend. Jesus. Triple the record previously held by Civil War. When someone knocked at the door and it came crashing in. Oh, in the house. In the house. Okay. When she was a little girl. Over 100 million in its opening weekend. That's great. Yeah, that I don't think I jumped during it, but it definitely made me go made me react a bit. I jumped near the end of the movie. I think during the chase sequence, there was like one part. I remember specifically seeing the monster or the entity. I remember specifically seeing that. I don't remember what it did, but there was something in that final chase sequence that made me go, oh. So I'm just looking here. Apparently, the fly was an actual fly that just got stuck in the set, and they decided to incorporate that. Mm. Not once does a customer ever enter the store. It's true. There not a single time was there a customer in that whole place, which is pretty funny. There's a lot of deep things in this movie, though. I know we're still talking about it. I know it's been 30 minutes. We're still talking about Backrooms. There's a lot of deeper stuff in there, you know? There's comments on capitalism, right? Jealousy, anger. I mean, the fact that he is an architect, but he can't pursue his dreams because he has financial ties. And he's supporting his wife to go through college, which he's very bitter about, obviously. And he's forced to work this dead end job where he's obviously not making money. So he's desperate for something that can be like engaging to get him away from his crappy life of alcoholism. Yeah, the divorce. There's all kinds of stuff in there. So exactly, his failing job, crappy furniture, the all of that. And then when he finally finds something that he's kind of excited about, that he feels like he wants to share, you know, the therapist is kind of like, yeah, that's nice. So when's the last time you had a drink? So yeah, he was very troubled, very troubled. I feel like he wanted to be there. He wanted an escape. So lots of crappy furniture. I mean, the funny thing is that furniture looks like any furniture that I had growing up. Like it looks like, I mean, it's 90s furniture, so it looks like stuff that we had. Yeah, she's like, that's a nice map. She was not having it. She was not having it. Exactly, an easy escape into a crazy unknown. They had food. All you could eat. How come he didn't eat the entity? He could say he was eating himself out. But yeah. So are we ready to move on from Backrooms and just kind of relax and talk about this plethora of movies here? There's a lot. There's a lot. You can hurt them and they don't feel pain. Yeah, I know. Could he have eaten it? If you could eat the white people, you should be able to eat the non-white people. Yeah. Yeah, but that was I think it was funny because I feel like he probably thought he made a friend, right? He probably thought he was safe. Like this was his new safe area where he could hide from the real world. And then to have that safety immediately gone. He's like, oh no, I'm safe here. Everything is fine. And so again, see, psychology. Again. He wanted to find his escape. Thought it'd be okay there. He's like, I can make this work. I can I can I can eat this white man's flesh. I could do that. Yeah, I can live this way. Like when he opened the fridge. Yeah. That part didn't make a lot of sense to me when he opened the fridge. Because it's like, why is that in there? Who put it in there? Did he put it in there? How did he find it? So, anyway, Backrooms. I'm rating it a 6.5 for right now. I did enjoy it. So, go see it. Hold on. Let me see the box office real quick. For right now, according to IMDb, it cost about 10 million and it's made 140 million. So 14 times. Yeah, I'm not even gonna look. We're just gonna pick a random one out of there, okay? Oh, it's a fridge of one beer. It's Blue Hawaii from Elvis. Look at that out. Look at those shorts. Oh my god, those are some shorts there, Elvis. Woo. You could almost see his Presley in there. But this is really cool. I found this on Amazon. It's like a series. Can you see that? It's like a 36. It's from Paramount, but it has a cover here, and it's like the original poster for the movie in there. It's really really cool. Very very Technicolor. When you open it, there's even like imagery behind the disc. Hold on, let me get this discount. You can see it better. See, you know, like Elvis getting married and some Hawaiian flowers and stuff. And this is a 4K Blu-ray and digital. And I think it was pretty cheap too. Pretty cheap. I mean, I don't buy anything super expensive. But I thought it was such a cool like set, like collectible thing. Same shorts I'm wearing. Hot Wheels. So I looked up to see if they had the other copies, like the other parts of the series, because this is a number 36, and they do have other ones, but a lot of them don't have digital copies, which I thought was interesting. I thought it was interesting that Elvis had a digital copy, but not the other movies. So, yeah, it's really fun. And absolutely, the shiny silver sells it, because when it's on the shelf, it's going to be sitting there looking all shiny. I have not watched it yet. I'm sure I will greatly enjoy it, although it is obviously a musical. That's going to go in my have not seen pile. I haven't seen that movie. I saw Elvis with Austin Butler and Tom Hanks. That I've seen. I really like that. And the next one is Lisa Frankenstein. Ooh, remember that one? I think we gave a pretty decent marks to that one. It's a collector's edition, too. It's the same thing, but Lisa Frankenstein is a movie about a girl who basically brings back a corpse with her love, but then she doesn't actually really love him like that. Look, it's pink. It's kind of fun. It's like a pink DVD or Blu-ray. Yeah, actually, I really like this movie. I thought it was good. I think it's something my mom would like. I'm not sure it's something my grandma would like. So, what's her face? Carla Gugino? Is that her name? Yep, she's in it too. Catherine Newton, Cole Sprouse, Liza Soberano, Henry Eikenberry, Joe Trest. It's a fun one. Prince, you've seen this one, see? It's a movie you've seen. And this one can go right on my shelf because I have already seen it. How does it feel? Put it in a different location. We have two separate piles here. Piles of movies that I haven't seen. Oh, you can't see my piles. And piles of movies that I have seen that can go right on the shelf in the other room. I do love putting things on the shelf. It makes me feel so accomplished. The next one is, ooh, it's a controversial one, kids. Superman. I know. This is the James Gunn one. Recent movie. I had to get this soon because it's Warner Brothers. And, well, hi, Danny. And Warner Brothers is expiring all of their digital codes very quickly. Which reminds me, I need to buy Sinners and I need to buy One Battle After Another. It's kind of a plain DVD though. It looks kind of dookie brown. I mean, I think it's supposed to be red, but it's kind of dull looking. You love Lisa Frankenstein, right? Not Superman. Prince. Are you delayed or are you like just saying it? Hi, baby. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Right now, we're just going through these new movies that I bought over the past few months that I haven't had a chance to share with the community, so we could talk about films. This movie wasn't that bad. I did see it in a theater full of literal children on like a day camp trip, so that kind of was annoying, and it was really hot, and the kids were going ew, and Clark and Lois Lane were kissing, but overall, they didn't ruin my experience. It got a little weird, you know, like when the whole like in the finale when they're talking in Lex Luthor's location and he's lecturing Lex on how to be a good human and stuff, and I'm like, okay, this is getting a little much, but it wasn't terrible. All the dude bros were crying about it. I mean, they cry about everything. So this one I've seen. I think it's only a 4K. Yeah, so they won't be able to watch it downstairs. But put that in the watched pile. There's still so many. I have like 21 more movies here. Okay. Ooh, this one's for Vetter. We got Animal House, National Lampoon's Animal House, which I have not seen. Oh wow, that both the movies actually have pictures on them. That hardly ever happens. This is a 4K and Blu-ray set. And digital. Oh my god, the digital code! I've already used it. Sorry. Universal movie, that's why the digital code still works. But this movie's all over the place? Or Superman? Let's see, this is Ivan Reitman, John Belushi, Tim Matheson, John Vernon, Verna Bloom, Donald Sutherland. It's rated R, obviously. But I have not seen this. Superman. Okay. You might be delayed. I had to refresh my stream like multiple times in order to like for it to catch up. Now it's only delayed probably like 5 seconds, 6 seconds now. Before it was delayed like a whole 35, 45 seconds. So you may need to refresh. I don't know if you're watching on a computer or if you're watching on your phone, but Animal House is one of those movies that, you know, they say that everybody talks about. So I feel like it's something I need to watch. Will I like it? I don't know. I like Ivan Reitman, right? Ghostbusters. So that's a promising. So I don't know, but this will go in the pile of things I have not seen, along with Elvis. So right now we're 2 and 2. 2 that I've seen, 2 I have not seen. Just digging in. Just digging in. Ooh, this is a good one too. The Northman. I actually like this movie quite a bit. It's super like gothic. This is Robert Eggers. So the guy who did The Witch, who did Nosferatu. Very dark, very heavy gothic type of feel, and Bjork is in it. Obviously, Bjork's not the main character. Alexander Skarsgård, Nicole Kidman, Anya Taylor-Joy with Ethan Hawke, William Dafoe. Bjork is not listed in the cast list. This is The Northman. A couple years old now. 4K Blu-ray. That's usually the bundle I try to get. 4K Blu-ray. Oh, is it Supernatural? Sorry, I took it as I thought you were asking me if this was Supernatural, the TV show. It's like Viking lore, so there is like magic involved. There is like fantasy sequences. There is stuff like that in there. So, I guess supernatural, spiritual type of thing, because he has to like endure a like ritual thing, and like Bjork is like a witch. So it definitely has that type of supernatural feel. But I keep saying Robert Eggers is super like into lore and the atmosphere of a film, just like in Nosferatu. He's so good at creating that stuff, and he also does research, so things are like more historically accurate. So it's pretty good. Oh, there's Bjork. She's right there on the cover. She's right here next to Anya Taylor-Joy's hand. She has like a weird headdress on. Oh no, she's here. She's on the front of the DVD. They got her name right there. Huh. Yeah, like, subscribe. Come on, do it. Do it. Alright. That is one I've already seen. Already seen is currently winning. Now, I don't know if Vetter likes this movie or not. I think we've talked about it before. But it's Dogma. And they have the sticker, for some reason, on the slipcover. Which means underneath the plant, they put that on first, then wrapped it in plastic. Now, this is a movie that was out of print for a very long time, for like 20-some years. Look, it has a nice shiny cover. It's kind of nice that you can actually see that shininess. Does he love it? I wasn't sure if he loved it. I know we've talked about it. I can't remember, though. I've only seen parts of this movie. And look at the cool discs. I love it when movies have like something on the disc. You know, it's retro at this point. Because a lot of DVDs don't have anything on them anymore. Oh, let me put that. I keep the 4K. I keep the codes, even though I've already used them. I just hold on to them for I have psychopathic tendencies. Yeah, it's a really cool cover. And like I said, it's been out of print for like 20 years, so they re-released it for its 25th anniversary. And who Lionsgate? That's interesting. I did mark it with an X, so I don't try to redeem it again. That's so I remember that I've already redeemed it. You psycho. I've seen parts of this. Like, I have ideas of what this movie is, and I'm sure I'll recognize things when I watch it. But I'm going to put it in the not watched pile because I couldn't tell you much about it. You know, obviously Salma Hayek, Alanis Morissette, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Alan Rickman, Chris Rock, Jason Mewes, Jason Lee, Linda Fiorentino. Yeah. Yeah. I definitely need to rewatch this. Because that's something I watched it like on Comedy Central or something like that. Like that's where I saw it. The next one, which I've already showed my community, I didn't share it in like a video with YouTube, but it's Legally Blonde with this psychopathic cover where she looks like a weird murderous woman who's going to feed you to her chihuahua. God, it was really hard to open. This was repackaged by Shout. So Shout Factory makes they do a lot of re-releases. There's no digital, but it does have this. Oh, this is a complete year. I thought it was chapters. It's not chapters. It's complete year Shout collection. But they re-release things like Wild at Heart, Valley Girl, The Jerk, Matinee, Streets of Fire, The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai. So these again are movies that I've only seen in clips. You know, need a hot dog real bad. I have not seen these. I have not. Because I'm not a homosexual. Sorry. I don't watch frilly pink movies, okay? It's really, really gay. You know. Anyway, here's Wicked. Sorry, that I like that one. I thought of that right now, right in the moment. This is Wicked 1. This is part 1. I don't have part 2. This is 4K and Blu-ray. You see what I mean? 4K has like, you know, the poster type of thing. And then the Blu-ray is just Wicked. I gotta get the soundtrack. I actually want to buy the soundtrack. So I can add that to my music. Yeah, obviously I've seen Wicked. I saw this 3 times in the movie theater. 3 times. After the 3rd time, because I saw it by myself, and then I saw it with the aunt, and then I saw it with the mom. And it was like, okay. The second and third times were within a week of each other, and I was like, okay, I think I could step back from the Wicked train for a bit, sing the song, do the roar. I'm having a big brain fart. I mean, the songs are so catchy. Oh, I hate when it does that, where like where the cover like slips out. Dancing through life, skimming the surface. That's even the lyric. I don't know if it is or not. I hate. God, why does it do that? It's like the plastic is kind of loose, so the paper comes out. See, it's still sticking out. Stop sticking out. Anyway, sorry to keep. Oh, that one mourns the wicked. I miss listening to it because I had it on Apple Music, and I would literally just listen to the whole thing straight through and cry every single time I sing Defying Gravity. So that is obviously something I've seen. So that'll go in the scene pile. We're currently sitting at 4v4. I mean, unless you want to consider both Legally Blonde movies as a two-piece, I'm just going to consider it a one-piece. I already know what this is. I can tell by how it feels in my hand, because it's the only one that has this. Long legs. Let me now. It could be nice. Sorry, it's very shiny. I'll take the slip. The slip cover is a little wonked out, which does bother me. But it has that not very shiny cover. And then there she is, petrified. It smells very bad. This is a steel book. There's a really fancy package of this that comes with like things, but this is not that package because that edition never restocked on Amazon. It's actually very like generic looking, like it's the board from when they were doing the research, and it just says Lee Harker. Like it doesn't even look like it's a movie. It looks kind of like a music CD, really. But this is a 4K. There's no digital. That's why I hesitated to buy it. Cause I was like, I really want like, cause I love this movie. I really enjoyed this movie. It's in my top 4 on Letterboxd. Follow me there too. And I really wanted to get like Blu-ray, 4K, digital, but it's not really like that because this is a who made it? A neon movie, and a lot of neon movies don't get big releases, so yeah, so you have to get what you could get. But when I saw the Steelbook on sale, and I think it was, I don't remember how much it was. I know I told you guys in Discord, but yeah, I kind of want to rewatch it, but I kind of want to rewatch it with somebody else who's never seen it. But I don't have friends, so it's kind of like probably not going to happen. And I want to have people who take it seriously. I don't need people just laughing at it. I should have that. I should. Me and the aunt should watch it. She would have that thing shut off within the first like 15 minutes. Prince, did you ever see it? Come over to my back room. So the next movie I have not seen. I was curious about it when it came out. It's called Downsizing. Another Matt Damon movie. It's about people who shrink themselves down and they live a lap of luxury in like a small community. Get small, live large. I'm not so sure, Prince, because like I said, the neon movies don't get a lot of streaming. Let me look. Let me see if IMDb has it listed anywhere as streaming. Oh, it's on Hulu. You can watch Long Legs on Hulu, apparently. Never mind. Watch it on Hulu. Yeah, so basically, comes a hilarious film that delivers big comedy and small Matt Damon. Scientists find a way to shrink humans 5 inches tall. Him and his wife, which is Kristen Wiig, decide to ditch their stressed out lives in order to get small and live large in a luxurious downsized community. Filled with life-changing adventures and endless possibilities, Leisureland offers more than riches as Paul discovers a whole new world and realizes that we are meant for something bigger. Christopher Waltz is in it. Let's see. I do like Christopher Waltz, Hong Chow, and Kristen Wiig. But yeah, Blu-ray in there as well. Blu-ray 4K digital. It's a Paramount film. But yeah, I'm looking forward to watching that one. Like I said, when it came out, I was kind of like curious about it. I never watched it. Now this one I've seen, Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Among Thieves. This was actually really pleasantly surprised by this film. I'm not a big Dungeons and Dragons kind of guy, but I was curious about it, and I did like it. Only 4K, non-special 4K. Let's see, you got Chris Pine, obviously, Michelle Rodriguez, Roger Jean Page, Justice Smith, Sophia Lillis, and Hugh Grant. Yeah, right? It's a good one. It's too bad they didn't make another one. Maybe they will. It's a really fun movie. Characters from the cartoon. Well, I don't watch any cartoons. I'm a man. I don't watch cartoons, so I'm not really sure what you're talking about. But okay. All right, but no problem. So yeah, that's a good one. That's gonna go in the I've seen it pile. I saw that in theaters. Had a really good time with that one. It does deserve a sequel. Whoop, another controversial one. Flash. Look at the texture on this case. Isn't that awful? How it's so how the plastic is so warped like that. That's how it came, by the way. This is one of the ones that I reported to Amazon because it's listed as having a digital copy, and it has a digital copy, but it doesn't work because Warner Brothers canceled their digital copies. Anything over a year, you're SOL. Exactly, but it came that way. So this one does have the return of Michael Keaton's Batman, which was very nice to see. I kind of wish that they moved forward with that Batman Beyond movie and had him come back for that, but they didn't. The movie had some good things in it, but overall, it's not like a fantastic film. I mean, it's fine. I don't remember what I rated it, but it was okay. Yeah, I mean, it felt like a movie out of time and out of space, like because now DC's just going through the whole thing. It was like the last throes of the Snyderverse here, and then it's like, okay, now what? And Ezra Miller is needs some mental health help. You know, he's hot, but he has a lot of mental health issues, and he needs to get checked out. So, Michael Shannon's in it, and Michael Keaton. Yeah, so not the best. There's some very laughable CGI in this, more times than I care to mention, but it is a movie I have seen. So, Flash. Yeah, Ezra, who I think uses they them pronouns. I'm not sure, but yeah, Ezra's going through a lot of stuff. Here's one of my favorites. Dumb and Dumber. God, I love Dumb and Dumber so much. I could have swore I already owned it, but I couldn't find it anywhere. I could have swore I stole the, not stole, I took the DVD from work because my boss is like, get rid of these movies because they've been sitting there forever. And it was one of those cardboard cover movies with a snap opening. And it's super basic. Look at it. There's nothing in here. It's just blah. Oh, I love this movie so much, Prince. I could sit and read, I could sit and say every line to you while we're watching it. I like it a lot. But yeah, I've definitely seen this. There is 6 minutes of footage not seen in theaters. So I might have to pop this in and take a gander at this special stuff because I don't think the DVD that we had at work had that stuff in there. I also have the second one. The official second one, Dumb and Dumber 2, not the prequel. But I think I lost it. I have to find it. Okay. Because it's one of those movies I was going to take with me to Ohio, but then I stopped going to Ohio. So I kept it in my suitcase because that's what I was going to bring. But then it's not in the suitcase anymore. So I don't know where it is. But I'm pretty sure I own it. This was really hard to find, by the way. Like, a Blu-ray version of this is like difficult to find because it's like they don't reprint them anymore. So I was trying to find one with a digital copy. They did not have one. It's New Line Cinema, which doesn't exist, or well, it's part of something else now. Warner Home Video. That'd be why. Anyway, Dumb and Dumber, one of my favorite. Jim Carrey, Jeff Daniels. In the watched pile, because we have seen that literally hundreds of times. This doesn't go with this. This goes with that. Now, speaking of A24 that we already mentioned, this is Civil War. Alex Garland's Civil War. Pretty fun, shiny cover there. Starring Kirsten Dunst. We do love ourselves some Kirsten Dunst, and she's good in this. Who else is in it? Nick Offerman. Wagner Moura. Wait, Wagner Moura? Like the guy from The Agent? Is that right? You know, I think it is him. He has a Platinum Award. Let's see. Let's jump ahead to his stuff. He was in Civil War. He's the main guy in Civil War. Crazy. How many movies? Like, how many movies are still left in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 more. Alex Garland is the writer of 28 Days Later and 28 Years Later. And he has an issue with backstory and giving enough information for the audience, in my humble opinion. But this movie was like good. Some of it was really great. And then some parts are just like, why? Like Kirsten Dunst's character does something stupid at the end that I don't think makes any sense. They don't explain to you how the Civil War started. They give you the most bare bones idea of it. When you're going through the movie, when they're driving across the area, it's like, who's fighting who? We don't know. And I get that's what it's supposed to be because you don't know who's on what side because it's really like an undeclared type of Civil War thing. But for the audience's sake, it just feels like, okay, some people are okay to the press, you know? Yeah, it's not. I liked the parts that I liked. I really liked. I won't lie. I would still suggest it as a movie. I would still suggest it. Seen it. I've also seen this one. Now this is Quentin Tarantino. This is The Hateful Eight, which is actually not a movie I really liked when I first saw it. Maybe if I rewatch it, I might like it more. But when I watched it as a young man, again, this is the Blu-ray though, the DVD. There's no 4K, and I got this movie for $5 on Amazon, like last month or something, and the digital code still worked. It's Blu-ray, a DVD, but still, the digital code still worked. And this is 2015. Yeah, it was like I was just going through like their movie section and I sorted it cheapest price, which hardly ever works. It usually crashes the search. But it worked. And it said Hateful Eight, and it was sold by Amazon. I thought it was going to be like, somebody selling a used copy. But it wasn't. It's a new copy, shrink wrapped with a digital code that worked. So $5. And I was like, that's the kind of thing you used to be able to find at Walmart. Yeah, it's a bunch of people in like a lodge, and there's like a kind of a everybody's kind of looking for each other. And there's like Kurt Russell's in it, and he has like a lady on a chain, like his bounty. Samuel Jackson's in it. Um, what's crazy? It says the Weinstein Company presents the eighth film by Quentin Tarantino, The Hateful Eight, co-starring James Parks and Channing Tatum. I guess because everybody else's name is here on the front. Michael Madsen's in it. Bruce Dern, Tim Roth, Walter Goggins, Samuel Jackson, Jennifer Jason Leigh. I already mentioned Kurt Russell. Channing Tatum's in this, and I remember when he showed up, and I was like, gross. But I've seen that. So, now this one I've seen. Aaron Brockovich, based on the true story of Aaron Brockovich. I haven't seen it recently, like within the last decade, but I have seen it. Very standard slipcover and stuff. This is again the 4K Blu-ray, and again, 4K has a picture. Blu-ray is just plain. But it is a movies anywhere title. That's nice. If you don't know who Erin Brockovich is, she was a lady who fought for these people who have their water poisoned by a company. And she wasn't necessarily a lawyer, because I don't think she was a lawyer at that point. I don't know if she's a lawyer now, but she is still alive. This is a true story. But she helped fight for these people to get better settlements, because entire families were just getting cancer because they lived on the bloom, as it was called. So, very powerful movie. It's funny. It's serious. There's that line in it that I like to say. I don't know if I ever say it, but I think about it. Where the lady's like, I think we got off on the wrong foot. And then Aaron Brockovich says, that's all you have, lady. 2 wrong feet and ugly shoes. So I think maybe we'll put this in the I've seen it pile, because I have seen it. Just not recently. That's all. It's Julia Roberts, man. Julia Roberts. The I've seen it pile is much bigger now. It's winning the battle. This one's probably good for a rewatch, too. Keanu Reeves and Constantine. Also with Tilda Swinton. Are Shia LaBeouf's in it too? Gavin Rosdale? Peter Stormare? Rachel Weisz? So this is technically a reissue because its digital code was good until 2027. So if you want a digital copy of this, you should buy it soon. I got it from Amazon because this is a Warner Brothers movie, okay? And Warner Brothers canceled their digital copies. So this is a reprint, which is why the digital code is current. So I don't remember Shia LaBeouf either. I don't remember the plot of the movie. I remember the scenes of the movie. I don't remember the plot of the movie. I mean, obviously, I know he's like, you know, fighting demons and stuff like that. But Princess, I don't think anybody's here who can like the video. But if you haven't, please do. This one obviously never got a sequel. I think they're thinking about a sequel right now, which is kind of crazy because it's been so long. And Keanu Reeves is much older now. 2005 film. 2005. That's a long time ago. And if he could like shave his face and look like this again, that'd be great. I'm not a fan of Keanu Reeves' facial hair. I think it looks really weird. I don't like because it's it's like squared right here, and then there's like nothing in between that square and his like other facial hair. It's really odd. They have a new Constantine, like a new movie or a new cartoon movie. Oh, or you mean like a new guy playing him? I do. I know there's another guy who plays him. But apparently it's something that Keanu wants to do. Whether it ever happens, I don't know. I'm going to put that in the scene pile, but should still be revisited. Yeah, this one I have not seen, so I'm just going to grab it. I bought this for no reason, besides the fact that it was on sale on Amazon. It's called Arizona. It stars Danny McBride, Rosemary DeWitt, Luke Wilson. What's her name? Caitlin Olsen, David Allen Greer, Elizabeth Gillies. I like how Luke Wilson's thing is Idiocracy. I love when they like put what movies they're known for. So Danny McBride is known for Pineapple Express. Rosemary DeWitt is known for La La Land. Luke Wilson, Idiocracy. Caitlin Olsen, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. David Allen Greer, The Carmichael Show. And Elizabeth Gillies, Dynasty. But it's a fun steelbook. Here's Caitlin Olsen, all tied up there. It's Blu-ray and 4K. No digital. I think it was like $10. Like I'll buy a steelbook for $10. I hold on to this because the steelbook doesn't have a back to it. Let's see. Casey is a real estate agent and single mom struggling to keep it all together during the housing crisis of 2009. Her problems go from bad to worse when disgruntled client Sonny, which is Danny McBride, violently confronts her boss and kidnaps her, making one outrageously bad and bloody decision after another. Things completely spiral out of control in this explosive action comedy. Where's the rating? This is rating 13 plus for violence. Is this not a film that I can watch? Is this a different thing? Is this a different region? That would be really disappointing. It doesn't say. I guess I'll find out when I try to watch it, huh? It's 2017 film. RLJE Films. This doesn't fit inside, right? That's why it's not inside. Yeah, it doesn't fit inside. So this is something I have not seen. That'll go in the I have not seen that pile. We're getting kind of low here. We have to speed it up. It's already been an hour and 20 minutes. The Surfer. Nicolas Cage, kind of a shiny little cover there. It's nice. More the same. Nicolas Cage and how come his name's not on here? Julian McMahon. I couldn't think of what his name was. You're right, my phone can't handle. My phone's already at 71%. Julian McMahon, whom I have missed. May he rest in peace. Oh, this is fun. So this is Blu-ray and DVD. Look at these fun little covers. You have a like looks kind of like a lime. This one kind of looks like the sun. That's cute. That's really cute. 500 followers. I don't think we'll have to worry about that because we are nowhere near 500 followers. That is for sure. So, it's a surreal psychological thriller. A man, Nicolas Cage, returns to the idyllic beach of his childhood to surf for the sun, only to be thwarted by the locals' hardcore, "you don't live here, don't surf here" rule. Bitter but determined to surf his beach and buy the house nearby where he grew up, the man suffers tribulations of body and soul that push him to his limits. A meditation on punishment, temptation, and salvation. I have seen this. I saw this in theaters. I went and saw this because I was just like, Nicolas Cage? I don't know if I reviewed it. I definitely talked about it in Discord. It's like a fever dream. Like he is stuck out there in the sun and he's getting like heat stroke and everything. It gets to be very surrealistic and you kind of don't know what's real and what's not real. Oh yeah, this is a more recent film, man. This is 2025. It's just last year. You could probably search for Nicolas Cage or The Surfer in Discord. You might be able to find it. Julian McMahon, still very handsome. He's not the good guy in this. He's the bad guy, as he often plays. Cole from Charmed or Doctor Doom from the Fantastic Four movies. I am drinking something that is only purchasable in New Jersey until November. That's what I'm drinking. Why? Because I wanted it. And it helps me not feel the heat as much. Like I know I'm still hot, but I don't feel as hot. I don't feel as hot as Nicolas Cage felt in The Surfer. I actually like this one. I thought it was very entertaining. He's very Nicolas Cage. You know, people always say he gets crazy. He gets pretty loony in this. But again, it's very fitting because he's losing his mind. There is some gross stuff in there. Like if you don't like people chewing, there are some close-ups of people chewing. And I did not care for that. But it's a pretty intense movie and very entertaining. It is rated R. I don't remember where I bought this. If I bought it from Amazon or if I bought it from like Walmart. I don't know. I would recommend it. Yeah, I'd recommend it. It's a good it's an enjoyable movie. The ending gets a little weird, but I feel like you can understand it if you pay attention to the movie. And you really just feel sorry for him because he's really trying to be like a nice guy and he's really trying to just surf. And he wants to buy the house that his father built or his grandfather built, you know, it overlooks the beach. And you do feel bad for him. I don't know if it's streaming anywhere, but I have seen that one. Here's another one that I've seen. Tom Cruise and Morgan Freeman, Oblivion. Blu-ray 4K digital. Oblivion is a groundbreaking cinematic event starring Tom Cruise as Jack Harper, the lone security repairman stationed on a desolate, nearly ruined future Earth. When he rescues a beautiful stranger from a downed spacecraft, her arrival triggers a non-stop chain of events that forces him to question everything he knows. He leaves humanity's fate in his hands. From the director of Tron Legacy and the producers of Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Let's see. Tom Cruise, Olga Kurylenko, Andrea Riseborough, Melissa Led. Science fiction movie, as you can see. He's there with science fiction-y looking stuff. Again, the usual 4K with something, Blu-ray with nothing. I remember seeing this in theaters and actually liking it. I don't know if I saw it with anybody. How old is this movie? 2013. So I was single. Well, surprise. I think I might have seen this by myself. I'm not sure. Because I didn't really see a lot of like science fiction with other people aside from my dad. I don't specifically remember seeing this with him. So I don't think it was with him. It could have been, but I don't think it was. Yeah, I was single that year. And the year after that. And the year after that. And the year after that. And the decade after that. I might have to rewatch it at some point to relive it. Because I usually only watch movies once. You know, that's usually my shtick. I watch things once, unless it's like Dumb and Dumber, where I would watch it a bunch. But I never watched it home. Like I watched it with my ex to show him it, and he thought it was stupid. But I don't rewatch things at home a lot. I watched it a bunch at work on break because I needed to laugh at work. So here, this is a new one. I just bought this. We're actually going to open it together. I bought this at Walmart. The Hunger Games 5-film collection, Blu-ray and digital. It's a very fancy box. Here's the movie. And I thought it was really weird. And it's not just Blu-ray. Look how thick this is. It's like a book. How do I not rewatch things? I just don't. I want to watch new stuff. You know, I have so many new things to watch. I just want to watch new things. I haven't seen any of these. I've never seen a Hunger Games movie because I didn't give a about it. Because it's like more that youth novel stuff like Divergent. I have no interest in it. I thought it's weird because like this has 2 movies on it. And then you have 2 movies on this, Mockingjay Part 1 and 2. The first one and Catching Fire. And they're very plain, right? They're very plain Blu-rays. But then you turn it, and then this is really cool. This is the new movie, Songbirds and Snakes, which is, I think, this what the new one's going to be. And it has like a fun pattern of like trees and songbirds. And then you have these, which look like super retro DVDs. Which they probably are. They probably just took these out of an old case and put them in this. Yeah, it's a prequel. But there's another prequel out. I think that follows it. And then this is the DVD version of Songbirds and Snakes. And it has snakes on it instead of the songbirds. So I thought that was pretty cool. This is a very big compared to a DVD. So, but what it came with is this, which I have not opened, which are like trading cards. Or not trading cards, but like big cards. Seems like I can get it open without bending it. I'll show you what they look like. And this set was $50 on Amazon, but only $30 at Walmart. And I didn't know that before I bought it, but I figured $30 was a good price for 5 movies. That's only $6 a movie, right? So obviously you have the Songbird or whatever, and then you have Katniss. She's not shiny though. That's interesting. Just that first one's shiny. Oh, on the back is this guy, the bad guy, Snow. That's his name, Snow. Then you have what? Peta, Josh Hutcherson. I'm more than just a piece in their game. So well intended, yet so insulting. That's a Hemsworth brother, Liam Hemsworth. And then you have Nothing You Could Take From Me Was Ever Worth Keeping. I don't know who that is. Is that Melissa Barrera? And then Snow Always Lands on Top, which is this guy who I definitely don't know who it is. So it is Snow White. Okay. I wasn't sure. I've never seen any of these movies, so. Peter. But I thought it was a really cool set. I'm trying to put it back together here. I'm always very careful with these because you know these are just like the tiniest little pieces of plastic holding in the pages of the case. But yeah, so you just put this in there. And there you go. Beautiful. You hate type of movies where people kill each other for a game. Isn't that what this entire series is about? Killing each other in a game? Isn't that literally what it is? Have not seen that. Any of them. Any of those 5 movies I've not seen. All right. Got a couple more. Just a few more. This one I complained about to Amazon, and they refused to have my review. They kept deleting it. I gave up. War Dogs. I bought this Miles Teller. You can change the cover using those cards. I like that one the most because it's shiny. The other ones are gold colored, but they're not gold leafed. That one's actually gold leafed. It's like foiled, which is why I like it. Like it has that. Has as a shiny. The other ones aren't shiny. Plus, it's a cool symbol. I don't know much about the characters. Jonah Hill, Miles Teller, 2 friends in their early 20s living in Miami during the Iraq War exploit a little-known government initiative that allows small businesses to bid on U.S. military contracts. Starting small, they begin to rake in big money and live the high life, but they too get in over their heads when they land a $300 million deal to arm the Afghan military, a deal that pushes them in business with very shady people, including the U.S. government. Ana de Armas is in it, Bradley Cooper. It's Warner Brothers, which is why we had issues with the digital copy. It doesn't exist. It's an interesting pink DVD or pink Blu-ray and black 4K. It's advertised as having a digital copy. No mention of its expiration, and then no digital copy. I have not seen this movie. I've heard good things about it. That's why I bought it. It's probably like $8 or something. Faster. This one is a very heavy movie. We got Schindler's List. You know, I don't know why I'm laughing. It just feels like a break from all the other movies that I bought. Right, this is a very serious movie. Everything else is like, you know, superheroes and comedies and thrillers. This is a collector's edition, 25th anniversary. So that's pretty cool. So you have a 4K, then you have your Blu-ray, and then you have your Blu-ray bonus discs. 4K doesn't have bonuses, which is kind of annoying when they do that, but you wouldn't really benefit from a 4K bonus anyway because the footage probably isn't 4K. And it has information about the USC Shoah Foundation and stuff, which is about survivors of the Holocaust and things like that. There's a documentary in here as well. This is a Spielberg, obviously. I watched this in college. And I think it was only in college. I don't think I rewatched it with my ex. We didn't watch movies, but I don't think we rewatched this. Liam Neeson, Ben Kingsley, Ralph Fiennes, Carolyn Goodall, Jonathan Segel. Music by John Williams. Yeah, most of these have extras. I mean, this has extras. This has an entire documentary on it, and including a new one for Schindler's List 25 years later. Let's see, Oblivion has isolated score, the making featurettes, deleted scenes, commentary. Yeah. Surfer just has audio commentary, and Through a Dark Wave, the making of the movie. So yeah, they do. Most of them have stuff, which is cool. Even Constantine has it. Over 2 hours of special features. Because I feel like if you have special features on the DVD, as long as there's no like licensing issues with the people who are like in it, then you could just use the same features and put them on the Blu-ray. This one I bought on a whim. I don't know why I bought it. Probably because it was $10. Because I don't like Mark Wahlberg. I think he's a major POS, and I avoid him very much. But I bought it because I'm a sucker. Ted 1 and Ted 2 unrated, uncut, Blu-ray and digital. Gag reels, deleted scenes, creating Comic-Con, Thunder Buddies for life. Yeah, Family Guy, the movie. I don't know, I'm curious about it. I'm not sure how much I'll enjoy it, because I feel like Seth in this type of character often is more annoying than anything else. And Mark Wahlberg is, I gotta quell my dislike of him to enjoy his stuff. Because like the Ted TV show, I don't watch, even though I think it's on Peacock. But I like the mom in it, right? Alana, I think her name is. She's a fantastic actress. She's from Waiting. She's from Meet the Focker. She's in all kinds of stuff. She's a great character actress. Giovanna Ribisi. All right, no problem, Prince. I'll be here. I'm just wrapping up my last two. The second to last one is Pacific Rim, which I have never seen. This one has a bunch of like Japanese on it, which I don't know if that's just like what it is. Like that's the aesthetic. Bye. I'll see you tomorrow. I got this from the library sale. It was $5. It smells like a library. It's $5 to fill a bag with as many books as you can fit into it, or CDs or DVDs. DVDs are really picked over because there was a family there and they literally had a bag of like 40 DVDs. I'll have to watch it. And they had this one, then they put it back. But I got this, the Platters and the Temptations. But anyway, it's a special edition. It is broken. I need to like glue that back together. But it is it smells kind of mildewy, to be honest. I won't lie to you. Not a great smell. It did have a digital copy. It does not have one. But at one point it had one. Because this is the straight DVD. Okay? This is not Blu-ray, nothing like that. And it's actually clean. There's not a scratch on there. That's crazy. But it has a special envelope, which I'm sure had something in it. But there's nothing in it now. Maybe the digital code was in there. Maybe some trading cards or something. I don't know. But there's nothing in there now. It's just empty. Because this is secondhand. So I bought this at the library. keep waiting for my library to have another sale. High definition currently not available on all devices. Does not include iTunes file, but is compatible with iPhone, iPad, iPod Touch, and most Android devices. This is a Warner Brothers film. That digital code probably wouldn't work anyway. Pacific Rim, I have not seen it. I feel like my grandma would really like this. She loves those CGI spectacle films. Like, she's been watching Godzilla downstairs. I think she would like this. She's probably already seen it. And our last movie of the night is Late Night with the Devil. Steelbook. It's pretty cool steelbook. Except for this. They put this 4K sticker on the steelbook. And it's like, you package this in plastic. Stick the sticker to the plastic. So now I got to get this off and then use like Goo Gone to get the adhesive off. But the back is really cool. It has the girl with, ladies and gentlemen, please stay tuned for live television first. We attempt to commune with the devil. This was out of stock for a really long time on Amazon. So open it up. It has a picture in there. We love pictures. I love that it has these clips, but there's nothing in there to clip. And then you have the two DVD and a Blu-ray, which have different things on them. Crazy. That's so cool. I enjoy this movie quite a bit. It is a Shudder original, I believe. It says Future Pictures, Spooky Pictures, all rights reserved. But it is a Shudder film. The only issue with this film that I had is that they used generative AI on the title cards, which makes no sense. It's literally a title card that I could have made in my bedroom, you know? And it's just like a jack-o'-lantern that says, "We'll be right back." Or it's like candy or something. Like, it's Halloween stuff, but it just says, "We'll be right back." You could do that in 5 seconds on a freaking Photoshop. You could even go further and have somebody carve a jack-o'-lantern, take a picture of it in a dark room, and then superimpose "We'll be right back" on it. You know what I mean? There's really no reason for generative AI to be used in general, but especially in this movie. This movie captures that late night talk show, was it 70s or 80s feel. It captures that really, really well. They do mention Johnny Carson in it. It's interesting because I wonder how it'll look in 4K, because I did watch it in the movies, and it switches between, like, you watch the show like everybody else is watching the show, and then they go to the behind the scenes stuff, and the camera, I think, widens in between those two things. I think the behind the scenes stuff is full screen, and then when you're watching the show on the stage, it's square. I'm pretty sure. I've only watched this once, but I have seen it. And I really liked it, aside from the generative AI. It does get a little trippy at the end, so, don't get crazy about it. It's about a late night host. I didn't even tell you what it's about. Late night host who was struggling, and he's come back from a hiatus because I think his wife died, or she committed, that. So don't really quite remember. But he's coming back, and he wants to do a big special for his Halloween special, and he has acts on there, and they're not really great. And then he has this young girl who was allegedly possessed by the devil, and they try to commune with her, or commune with the devil, and insanity ensues. So it was good. I really liked it. Again, it is a movie I would recommend, and I would love to rewatch it with other people. It's cool because this is like shiny. All the like bronze color is shiny, but the white is not shiny. The white is very matte. So it's kind of like a spotlight kind of thing going down. Or a tie. Or a knife. I don't know. But it's cool. It does have some damage on it. Thanks, Amazon. But that's the last movie. The watched pile is much bigger. It's sitting at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 movies that we have seen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Only 10 we have not seen. It's 26 movies. 26 cases. Obviously, Hunger Games has 5 movies in it. Legally Blonde is 2 movies, etc., etc. I also have this little guy, which I have not played since I got it. Big Bumpin'. Burger King game, thanks to Prince. Big Bumpin'. I gotta get the 360 plugged back in. Sorry, there's a really long hair, and it's actually not mine. It's from my wig. I also have Spock, Messiah. This is the book I was going to read before I got the Tim Curry one. But anyway, that's it. We talked about Backrooms, and I'm sitting around a 6.5 of that movie. Let me talk about these 26 movies that I've purchased over the past few months and haven't had a chance to share with you. But now they're shared with you. Now I can put them on my shelf, and I need to start watching some more movies at home. I really do need to start watching more movies at home. I finished the Tremors series. I need to watch that last movie that I was asked to review by the film creator. So I need to go do that as well. There's just so many movies to watch, so little time. You got big movies coming out like Disclosure Day, which I think is not going to do super well. At least not with younger folks. Scary Movie, which I think is going to be probably not great. It's probably going to be like a 5. I'm not optimistic about Scary Movies. I think they're being super cringy with the whole, ooh, don't cancel us. You can't cancel us. Like, nobody's trying to cancel you, man. You sound like a boomer crying about being canceled. So that just irks me immediately. And that they them joke, not because it was offensive, because it was dumb. In the opening scene or in the trailer where they show somebody getting attacked on a subway, like, oh my god, they're stabbing her, and the person goes, actually my pronouns are they them, so they're stabbing them, or something like that. And it was just like, it's like, you could have did more with that. You could have had her say they slash them and have the killer like, okay, they slash them, something corny like that. But it felt like a very outdated joke. It felt like a very Dave Chappelle joke, punching down type of thing. And it's like, so I wasn't offended by that joke. I'm offended that it's supposed to be found funny. I didn't find it offensive. I just didn't find it funny, and I think it was a lack of creativity on that one. But anyway, that's Scary Movie. We'll see what happens with that. Will I see it? Probably. Remember, it is a Paramount movie, though. Paramount. Ellison. No ethical consumption under capitalism, guys. Unfortunate. But anyway, that's going to be it for tonight. Things are kind of cooling down a bit, Might turn the fan up a notch. We'll be back tomorrow over on Twitch, which, if you're watching this as a VOD, tomorrow's Friday, and I stream on Fridays on Twitch. So more than likely Battlefield 6. And then Saturday probably be more Marvel Rivals. And then Sunday, I'm not sure, because I haven't done that achievement yet in Grandia 2. We could stream Forza 6. We could. Will I? I don't know. But I could. I've been playing the heck out of it. Well, I've been playing the heck out of it, but not advancing super far. Because I've just been driving around doing stuff. I've been trying to do the seasonal stuff, which I think updated today. So I really need to focus on getting that seasonal stuff done, because they're only 1-week seasons, which is stupid. Or 2-week seasons, I don't know. But I need to get the achievement, so I need to focus on those things. Anyway, stop me from rambling. You see, this is the problem. I ramble. Anyway, if you're not subscribed yet, please do. We could use all the subscribers here on YouTube as I can, because it's very hard to get subscribers on here. We do weekly content, movie reviews. I do shorts. I do share skits from my videos as shorts as well. I see mystery movies, talk about those. But yeah, so if you haven't subscribed, please do. Don't forget to like the video, and I will see you guys tomorrow on Twitch. Okay? And I'll see you next week here with another video. All right. You guys have a good night. Goodbye.